Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is May, and on today's video I'll be showing you how to make this Bubu gown with a front drape, just as you can see on the screen right here. And if this is your first time of tuning in, do not forget to like, subscribe and share. So for this gown, I'll be making use of 4 yards of fabric. So I made use of crepe fabric and I made use of light crepe. I didn't go for a thicker one because of the style. Yeah, so this is the style I'll be making, which you've already seen on the thumbnail. But first, I'm showing you this picture for you to know that this gown actually has a design at the tip of the sleeves. Another fabric was added, but because of the purpose of this tutorial, I will not be adding that. So if you want yours to have another fabric added, you can go ahead and do yours. So moving over to the cutting of this gown, the front will be 2 yards while the back will be 2 yards. So that is how we'll be splitting it, and we'll be using the 2 yards as the length and not the width. So we'll be cutting the back and we'll be using it to cut the front. So first I'll mark out the shoulder divided by 2, and after that I'll go ahead to mark out the neck width, and the neck width is 3 inches. Then the neck depth is 1.5 inches, and you'll mark it right there. So guys, you can see the check because the fabric is white in color, but once you follow everything I'm saying and you're looking at the video, you can exactly understand this tutorial. The table is actually very small, so please bear with me. So remember that I'm cutting this on fold, so I will go over to the other part. So after folding the fabric the way I told you to fold it, you will see these dots at the tip of the fabric. So after the dot, I will mark out 1 inches, just like you can see me doing right here. That is 1.5 inches. If you add the place that has the dots, you should understand what I'm trying to say. The tip of every fabric has these dotted lines. So after the dotted lines, I'll be marking out 1 inch. Yes, and this 1 inch, you understand why I am marking it out. So after marking it out, this is what you see right here. So from there, I will take all my measurements. So the first thing I am going to do right here is to mark out 1.5 inches just at that part. So from the tip, I will come down by 1.5 inches, and from there I will go down by 12 inches, and I will still add extra 1 inch, making it 13 inches because I will be sewing this. We will use ½ inch to join the shoulders and the remaining half to join the side. So I will add extra 1 inches to complete it 13 inches. Yeah, so at the line where I had the 13 inches mark, I will go in by 6 inches. So I'll be deducting 6 inches down to the hem. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So after I was done marking out the 6 inches, I connected the lines together, and that is what you can see right there. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to come to that part that I went in by 6 inches, and I will go down by 6 inches, and at the tip of the sleeves I'll go in by 1 inch. Yes, so at that part I'll go in by 1 inch, and from the 1 inch I'll connect it to the 6 inches, just like you can see me doing. After marking that out, it is basically time to cut. So watch very closely and see how I am cutting this out. So you go ahead and cut yours, and we will go over to the front. So this is what I have right here. This is the back. So I'll be using this as a template to cut the front. So I will bring in the front right here. So the first thing that I did to the front is to open it up. You know that the back was folded and it does not have a cut, but the front is going to have the slit at the front part. So I already cut this open, so you can see right there. So after that, I will go ahead and mark out 1 inch at that part. So at the center front, I will mark out 1 inch. From the upper part down to the hem, I will mark out 1 inch, just like you can see me doing right here. So after marking it out, I made sure to use my pin to hold it down. So the next thing is to mark out the neck width. So from the 1 inch, I went in by 3 inches, and for the depth I went down by 4 as well, and I will connect it just like you can see me doing right here. Remember that for the neck width, you will go in from the center front by 4 inches, but if you have to start from the 1 inch that you've already marked out, you will go in by 3. I'll go ahead and introduce the back. So I'll be using it as a template to cut any other measurements. So I'll be placing the back just at that line where I marked out 1 inch. Yes, and I will use my pin to hold it down. So I'll also go ahead and pin down every other part that needs to be pinned down, and I'll go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting it out, this is what I have the back and I have the front. So the next thing to do is to take out the pins that I use in holding this down and we'll move over to the front. So I'll go ahead and get the front. I'll place my tape on the shoulder and I will go down by 11 inches in order to create that slit that is at the center front neckline. After I'm done doing that, I will also place the tape at the shoulder again and I will go down by 48 inches. Yes, so it also has this slit effect at the down part, and that is what I'm trying to create right here. So I'll go down by 48 inches and I will mark it down. So after I was done marking that out, I'll go ahead to run stitches from the 48 inches up to the 11 inches that we've already marked out to create the slit that we want. So this is it. I've already gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have here. I'll go ahead to open this up, and this is it right here. I've already created the slit that I want to create, and I'll go ahead to introduce the back. So this is the time to do the shoulder joining. So I'll go ahead to seam the shoulders together, and after I was done doing that, this is what I have. So the next thing to do is to go over to the neckline, and I'll be using this white bias tape. So know the color of your outfit, use the color to seam the neckline. So I'll go ahead to seam this, and this is what we have here. So I also went ahead to create a loop for the elastic at the sleeve part, and this is what we have right here. So it is now time to sew the rope that will be giving us that fitted waistline, and the next thing to do is to get a piece of fabric and you'll be putting it on fold, and the width is 3 inches, and for the length you can go as far as you want. Determine the length that you want and you cut it out. So this is mine. I will go ahead and open it up and I'll fold it this way, go ahead and run stitches and leave a little bit of opening so that I can use it and turn this out. And after I was done, this is what I have right here. I went ahead to iron this out to smoothen it out, and I'll go ahead to place my tape at the shoulder, and I'll then go ahead to mark out my half length, the client's half length. So from the center front I will go in by 7 inches. So I will do the same thing to the left and the right hand side. Yeah, so I will get the strap that I've already made and I will place it this way, and I will go ahead to make a stitch on it, like half an inch. I will go to the half an inch of the strap and I will just make a stitch just right there. And after I was done sewing it, I realized that it was too up, and I also went down by I think 1 inch. So check where, don't just sew at exactly at the half length, you can go down by 1 inch. So please remember to open this up. Do not go and sew on the front and the back together. Separate your front from the back, then you make the stitch. Go ahead to weave this part, and I'll be using my hemming gum to iron it out so that it will be flat. And at this point I can go ahead to insert my elastic. So I'll be using a pin to pass it through the loop before I go ahead to stitch the sides. And after I was done doing that, this is what I have right here. Then I'll go ahead to stitch the sides. So after I was done doing that, this is what we have right here. We are almost done with this tutorial, and the next thing to do is to weave this outfit, and I would go ahead to use my hemming gum to hem from the inner part so that that slit that we created, the joining we have at the center front, can lap together. I'll first of all use the hemming gum at the center front before moving down to the down part. Then we'll go up to the neckline. We'll be using this pin to hold it down. So I'll be sewing this pin on it. Is it pressing pin or pressing whatever? It has skipped my mind what it is called, but I will use it there, and this is what we have right here. So for the drape, it is left for you to put it on a mannequin or put it on your client. Once your client wears the clothes, you go ahead to use your thread and needle to tack this. So from where I stitched the strap, I'll go ahead to go down by 2 or 3 inches, and I will then bring up the draping. So you can go ahead to do this as much as you want in order to get the exact effect that you want at that part. And if you enjoyed this video, kindly give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video to people that you know that are searching for this, and kindly comment so that it will be recommended to people that are searching for this video. So see you guys on the next one. Bye.